It is 8:34, happening tomorrow. More than 400 athletes from across the country are headed right here to Grand Rapids, and they'll be competing in what's considered the largest adaptive sports championship in the nation.
The Hartford Nationals showcase elite athletes of all ages and abilities, and organizers say many future Paralympians get their start right here.
Joining us this morning, Glenn Mary, CEO of Move United, and Christy Van Haver with Mary Freebed Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports. Thank you both for being here. Let's dive right into this. If people have not heard of the Hartford Nationals, what is it?
Well, you kicked it off very well. It's the longest standing adaptive sports competition in the country.
Yeah.
And if you think about the Olympics or the Paralympics, it's very similar. We'll have 8 different sports being contested over the next 7 days. All over venues throughout Grand Rapids. And we have more than 424 athletes, 146 coaches from 38 states coming here.
Wow.
And this year, a new high, 35 athletes from the state of Michigan.
Wow, that's awesome. It's great to see all the involvement too, right?
Yeah, incredible. I know you mentioned 8 sports. What are those sports that they're going to?
And you were going to ask me, and it's always hard to.
Like, gotta get the list out. Yep.
We have archery and shooting. We have powerlifting. We have tennis, track and field, swimming.
Paratriathlon.
Thank you. Jump in and help me with this.
Yeah.
I think could that be 8? I
Tennis?
think it is.
Yeah.
Tennis, I think we said, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, see, this is kind of like a full-fledged operation here where people will get to come and spectate these sports. I mean, for Grand Rapids, West Michigan, it's got to be an honor to not only host it this year, but it also hosted this competition last year, right? Talk about that.
Correct, yeah. West Michigan Sports Commission put together the bid to have the Hartford Nationals here, and we are just so fortunate in West Michigan to have the venues that we have, have the people here in such a beautiful time of year, and so yeah, we're really excited to host again.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of an origin story for a lot of athletes that are getting into to be a Paralympian in the future. Can you kind of speak to just that origin story that they end up having with this event?
Well, that's a perfect way to describe it. In Paris, just 2 years ago, Team USA, 62% of those athletes had their start with Move United events. So we have a series of about 35 competitions around the country that athletes qualify through to come to this event. And then this is kind of the stepping stone to go on to Team USA and try to make it through trials to one of these sports that are being participated in here.
And did I read correctly that it is free to come and watch? So like we can just show up and watch some...
Oh, we want you to show up and watch.
Yeah,
absolutely.
How can we do that? Talk about that.
So we have a website, thehartfordnationals.org, and you can go on and you can do more than watch. We're looking for volunteers, get right in the action, be right next to where the athletes are competing and interact with them. It's a really fun weekend. We kick off Friday night with an opening ceremony at Kelvin University track. And then the competitions for track and field are most of this weekend. So it's a great place to come and just kind of hang out and see what's going on. And it's free to the public.
We love to see it.
Awesome. 35 athletes from Michigan being a record. Can you talk about how many there have been in years past and how big of a deal this is, really?
Well, we're up 10 this year.
Wow.
And Western Michigan has 10 of those athletes. I'm not sure they're the 10 new ones. But it's a big deal because adaptive sport is really taking off in Michigan. University of Michigan has an adaptive sports program. They're one of the colleges in the United States that has adaptive sports as part of their programming. But our local hosts at Mary Freebed Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports have just been growing, and their tennis tournament has taken over in the Midwest as a championship. So it's really become a center for this part of the country in growing adaptive sport.
Yeah, and on the Mary Freebed end of that, I kind of want to continue what he was just talking about. Talk about the growth in adaptive sports in West Michigan. How has that been over the last several years?
Yeah, we've just been very fortunate to be very well supported through philanthropy and being able to grow our department at Mary Freebed Wheelchair and Adaptive Sports. And really as a result of the Hartford Nationals being here last year, we've been able to grow our team and now are offering a para-swim team and a track and field program. So, we're really excited. We've always said, whatever the interest is, we will try to provide that. And so it's exciting to continue to grow and to continue to offer new sporting opportunities.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. And beyond the competition, it sounds like there's also going to be some clinics where people can come out and learn those adaptive sports, right?
Yes. One I'm offering Tuesday night is a wheelchair softball clinic. So we have our West Michigan Rollin' Whitecaps is our local wheelchair softball team. They'll be hosting anyone who's interested in learning more about the sport.
Very cool. I want to talk about the economic impact of all of this, right? So we've got this great event happening. 400 athletes coming from all across the country right here to West Michigan. So that, includes those athletes, their families, but also people are going to come to West Michigan to watch this, right?
Yeah.
What does that do for our local businesses here in West Michigan too?
It's tremendous, and actually the West Michigan Sports Commission last year won an award for this size city and hosting a sport event. The economic impact is over $2.5 million.
Wow.
And that's heads in beds, it's people going out to restaurants, it's people checking out the Meyer Gardens, it's people doing the other activities in the area. And you have to remember, they're coming from 38 different sports, so this might be the first and only time, or in this case, the second time that they've been to this part of Michigan. So it's a really great opportunity, and this is one of the legacies that we like in moving this event around the country. West Michigan bid against many others to host this event and was successful in bringing it here, and that's a benefit to the community.
Where can we find more information about times and places and events where all of that's going to be?
TheHartfordNationals.org. You can click on it, volunteer, you can see the schedules, come out and spectate, and we hope everyone in the area gets a chance to come out and see what we're doing this weekend.
All right. Well, we appreciate both of your time. Thank you so much for coming into studio this morning.
Thanks for
thank
having
you.
us.